Welcome back. Now I've got about a few more minutes on the broth that's simmering away. So in the meantime, we're going to mix up our seasoning. Now, first of all, we're going to add Thai chili paste. And what they do is they roast the chilies, they mix it with a lot of different ingredients, and they grind it up into a paste that looks like this. And it's Swedish. There's some sugar in here. I'm going to take about 1/4 cup and eyeball it. You can always add some more later if you don't have enough of that flavor. I'm going to put a little bit more in. Now be sure when you go to your grocery store, make sure it's chili paste from Thailand. There's a lot of different Asian chili paste and they're all very, very different. And now to that, we're going to add about juice of 3 limes. And if your limes are really dry or small, add a little bit more. Just mix that up a little bit. You don't have to be too careful because it's going into hot soup and all that's going to dissolve. Next, we're going to add the salty component, our fish sauce. Now, in Thai cooking, we don't use salt. There's hardly any salt in anything. We use fish sauce. And to me, fish sauce is like salt with personality. This is the kind of bottle it comes in. And it's quite pungent by itself, but when you add it to food, it sort of adds saltiness and meatiness and the umami flavor. If you know about umami, that's sort of the savoriness of food. It adds more than saltiness, and I absolutely love it. So we're going to add start with 4 tablespoons and see how it goes. We can always adjust. So that's our flavoring, and to that a little bit of sugar, about 1 tablespoon or so. So let's see. Yeah, that should do it. You can always add, but you can't take away. That's my philosophy. So that's our flavoring. Alright, now back to our soup. I think it's probably done. I'm going to get back to that. So this is what the soup looks like, if you want to come and take a look. As you can see, it started to turn a little bit yellow. Okay, and that's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out all the shells and some of the herbs, because I want to leave the herbs in there for garnish. Now, in Thailand, we know not to eat the herbs. These herbs are really tough and woody, and they're not edible. So if your guests aren't Thai, make sure they know that they're not supposed to eat these. So there you go. I've got enough there floating around to make for a beautiful garnish in my bowl. And so to this, I'm going to add now oyster mushrooms. All right, I'm going to put this, one more shell. I'm going to put this back on the heat. Let that cook away. Okay, I'm going to add some oyster mushroom. Oyster mushroom is classically what goes into a tom yum soup. Oh, so by the way, tom yum is the name of the soup. Goong is shrimps or prawns. So you can get tom yum goong, which is shrimp tom yum, and tom yum kai, which is chicken tom yum, or tom yum thale, which is seafood tom yum. You can make tom yum anything, absolutely anything you want. Just my garbage bowl. So oyster mushrooms, absolutely delicious in tom yum soup. So we're going to add that to our pot and let that cook, and they really do not take very long. They're very delicate. So maybe a couple of minutes. There we go. Add that. And now, in go our shrimps. Now the reason why I leave the heads on is, one, flavor. Okay, so much flavor. The fat of the shrimps is in the head, and that fat is delicious, absolutely delicious. And also for garnish. Okay, Thai people like to see what they're eating. We eat fish whole. We eat chicken with their heads on and feet still on there. Our shrimps still have heads on them. You gotta be connected to your food. You gotta know what you're eating, and it's not, to me it's not a turn off. To me it's beautiful. You know what you're eating, and it's great. Okay, so that's our soup. Just give that a big stir and let that cook until the shrimps are all done and the mushrooms are tender. Hi, welcome back. So our soup is done. Okay, the shrimps are cooked, the mushrooms are tender, and I've just added our seasoning mix into our soup, and now it's ready to be assembled. Now, you normally just eat this with rice if you want, But today we're going to do what's called gui tiao tom yum. Gui tiao in Thai means rice noodles. Okay, and today I've just cooked some flat, wide rice noodles just in boiling water. Okay, and we're going to put that in a bowl. I tossed it with a little bit of oil so it's not it doesn't clump up together when you take it out. So take a look at our soup over here. Okay, look how beautiful that is. It's nice and red. And we're going to pour some of that with the shrimps onto there. Get some mushrooms, get some herbs, so they know what's in it. They know the flavors that go in there. Get another shrimp. There you go. Now, don't the shrimps make this look just absolutely appetizing. It is that wow factor that you want when you serve food to your guests. All right, a little bit more soup because that's the good part. A few cilantro leaves for garnish. And it's done. Here it is, our tom yum goong that we turned into gui tiao tom yum. That's all for today. Thank you everyone for joining me in Hot Thai Kitchen today. Search me again on YouTube for your next delicious Thai meal.